Da, da, da. Let me stop.
Yeah. My bitch love Coco. Woo back baby. Woo back baby.
What it do, Bina Crew? I am back with another video. Now, if you're new to my channel, make sure you have subscribed. Now, I'm here with a short and simple eyebrow tutorial, and I'm starting off with a lip pencil, actually, from Crown Beauty Company, and I'll just be using that to fill in her brows. Now, I kind of messed up on this brow, so I'm going to make it a little bit more clear when I start on this other brow, and I'm going to use a slightly different technique. In fact, I will be starting with my ColourPop Precision Brow Pencil in the shade Bangin' Brunette, and then I'm going to follow over it with the lip pencil in Wine. After spooling, I start by outlining the bottom arch of her brow, and then I connect it with the top arch of her brow. Then I fill it in very lightly, and then I do proceed with the colored brow pencil. Now, before starting to conceal, you need to remember that this is a steady process. I'm starting with the middle of her brow, and then I'm following back to the tail, and I just keep going back and forth in steady motions, making my way to the beginning of the brow, back to the tail. As I keep lining the brow, it makes it more sharper, even though I'm still going over the same portion of her brow. You want to avoid discoloration on the eyelid, so to do that, I am putting the rest of the concealer over her eyelid, and I will blend that out later. Now, I fixed up the other side of her brow, but I'm just going to repeat the same process. After concealing the lid, I am going to get a damp sponge, and I am going to just tap, tap, tap until I see that it's starting to blend in. When concealing the top, you want to make sure that your brush is flat, and you want to also make sure that your hairs are brushed down so that it won't get in the way of the concealer, which will ultimately mess up the outcome. And once again, I'm just going to repeat the same steps that I did with the other brow on this brow. Now, I don't tend to use sponges often, but I do highly recommend you get the Morphe buffer brush because it does all the work for you. Now, this is just a slight recap of how I do my colored brows. Not necessarily a tutorial, but just showing you my certain techniques and hacks. Now, I'm not completely finished with blending because I am prepping her base for eyeshadow and stuff, but check out my next tutorial because there will be more in regards to this look. Till next time, Bake by Bina.
Okay, okay. Okay, okay. Look.